Hello and welcome back to Your Darts, where we learn to do dart checkouts in our head. Okay, we're going to continue with the Golden 44 and we are on number 66. So today I'm going to show you the two dart finishes, how to recall it for number 66. Also going to go through the 4 rounds of practice and talk about practicing for the miss, of course, you know what I'm talking about now. And I'll show you some alternate finishes. So on to number 66, and with all these 60 numbers, the number itself gives you the first indication for your first dart. So 64 was treble 14, 65 treble 15, 66 is treble 16. And the finish for treble is double 9, so you need 18 more, so it would be double 9. So treble 16 for double 9. Now, this was the first wrinkle in the road for me when I was learning these numbers, because the numbers here are 48 and 18, and again, I'll try and use a link where possible, so anything you can visualize on a board, on the dartboard, what gives you instant recall. Very important, the instant recall bit. Now, a lot of the other previous finishes, the links have been right next to each other, so they were dead easy for me to visualize. This isn't right next to each other, and for a while I couldn't see anything. And sometimes the silliest links and the most bizarre links, as long as you've drawn it down and you've visualized it, it doesn't matter what the link is. It doesn't have to be what I suggest. It can be what you want, you know, whatever works for you, right? So initially what I had to do, and this is going to sound stupid, I could not remember that it was double 9, is I just pictured a 3 hanging off the 6. See, weird, right? But I was up to 9, and it just made me remember double 9, because it's stupid. And sometimes the most silliest things, you know, you remember. But then as time's gone on, I've also seen another link, and if you can imagine, there's actually 3 spaces between these. It's actually even on the dartboard. Now, if you can see that, okay, and there's 3 spaces after it, and there's 3 spaces after it. Now, I don't know if that works for you. I don't know if any of those work for you. If you've got a better link, let me know. But that's how I do it for number 66, and it gave me instant recall. So good luck with that one. Okay, so let's do the practicing for the miss. So if we miss treble 16, which we are more likely to do when we're going for these trebles and hit the big number, you've got to put that into your practice routine. So you've gone for treble 16, you hit big 16, and like with all these 60 numbers, it always leaves you a shot out of bullseye. Okay, or 50, and you can you go which way you want. But if you're on 2 darts and you've got and you hit the big 16, you're probably going to go for, you know, for bullseye, aren't you? Okay, now let's do an alternate finish. So an alternate finish here, if I had 3 darts, because that was for 2 darts, the essential 2 dart finish. So for 3 darts, I'd probably throw out treble 10. Okay, which is 30. You need to know this is treble 10 is part of the essential 8 trebles that I mentioned in another video. You've got to know that treble 10 is 30, and it's not that hard to realize. You need just 36 more, so double 18, to finish that treble off, that finish off, right? But the practicing for the miss on this one is if we miss treble 10 and hit big 10, it leaves 56, and I'm a 20s guy, so I would go big 16 for double top. Okay, but you can also go big 20 for double 18 if you want to do that. So that's pretty much number 66 on the Golden 44. So on to round 1 of the 4 rounds of practice. You say the number and you state the first treble that's needed. So 66 is treble 16. Round 2, you state the total that is left. So 66 treble 16 leaves 18. Round 3, you state the double that you need. So we are 66 treble 16 leaves 18, double 9. Round 4, you state what is left if you miss the first treble but you hit the big number, the practicing for the miss part. Okay, so 66 is treble 16 leaves 18, double 9. If you hit 16, it leaves 50. Okay, so let's simplify this number. So 66 treble 16 leaves 18, double 9. If you hit 16, it leaves 50. Okay, so you can leave out the second round. That's probably how it's best to start simplifying, but make sure you know it first before you leave it out. So if you know 18 is double 9, you don't have to practice it. Okay, so 66 is treble 16, double 9. If you hit 16, it leaves 50. And of course, if you know that you missed the treble of these numbers and hit when you're in the 60 range, and you hit the big number, it always leaves 50. You don't need to practice it, and it suddenly becomes 66 is treble 1699. So really quick and easy. Okay, so coming next time on the Golden 44, we'll be covering number 67. Thanks again for watching. Take care for now.